Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. Professor Chaz here, the lab coat's on back order, and we're here in episode lucky number 66 of our Pokemon X playthrough here on the channel. Let's just hope this turns out better for us than it did for the Jedi. Now, if you're excited for some more Kalos action here in Gen 6, wow, I don't know my generation numbers, but if you're excited regardless, hit that like button down below, show your support for the series. Every like does help push this video out to more people, so the more, the better. What is it? The more, the merrier. That's what I'm trying to think of. My brain still isn't working right. After the premiere yesterday, I was feeling okay. Towards the end of the day, into this morning, headache is still here. Not as bad as a migraine, but I can feel it still painful. Anyway, enough about that. Let's focus on the task at hand. We are here in Anastar City, about to make our way back to Lumio City, that big sprawling metropolis in the center of the region, because as we picked up our 7th Pokemon League badge here in Kalos in the last episode, and if you missed that, go back and check it out. There's a link in the description to the full playlist of all of our adventures. We did pick up our badge here in Anastar City. Then, turns out, we get this really mysterious message from Lysandre over the Holocaster, basically saying he's going to wipe out everyone who's not Team Flare. That probably should not happen, if I'm really thinking logically about things. So we got to go see what's going on. We were tipped off to by a couple of Team Flare grunts by the gym that, excuse me, Lysandre Cafe back in Lumio City might be the place to go. Now, before we do leave town, and before we do our team recap, we got to talk a little bit about the fact that by defeating another gym and earning a badge, we can now swap a current team member for someone in the injured box. You know, they'll have healed up by now. So I left it open for you folks to throw your feedback. I got a couple messages during the premiere near the end of it saying who we should swap out, and I realized I basically, by giving you folks the choice, I messed up my own rules. I said when it comes time to swap someone out from our team, I was going to choose the strongest one to bring back an injured one. That way it's not really a benefit as much. It's somewhat of a hindrance. So by that logic, Irwin would be the one to put away. However, since I messed up and I gave you folks the choice, we're not going to be putting Irwin away. There's someone else who's going to take the hit, and it's a personal hit to me, I feel like, because I've said, I don't know how many times, that I love the ability of this particular Pokemon. You know, the Dream World ability of our trusty little Bibarel. You guys want Chuck to go away? I know he lost like 3 stages of accuracy randomly in that last battle in the gym, but come on, you want to get rid of my Moody? That makes me feel ways. Anyway, I will do so, though. You did well, buddy. Look, we got 2 Bibarel now in the injured box. Now, did either of them technically actually get injured? I think I said at one point I was going to mark who actually did get hit, like injured. I don't think, obviously I didn't do that. I can't keep track of who actually took a knockout. So they might just be in there voluntarily, both of them. But I don't know. We still have one more badge to go, so if I really want to bring Moody back, I can definitely do that once we obtain our final badge of the region. But that's not going to be for a little while just yet. Okay, so let's rearrange the team and get everyone where they needs to be. Definitely our lower level here has to take the lead. You need to get your leftovers back, don't you? Hang on. Item, give. Where would our leftovers be at this point? Right about here. Nice. I still can't believe. No, I can believe it because I saw it happen, but I'm still shocked at how quickly things can go from 0 to 100. So, if you don't remember, we'll start our team recap with Scales, our Shelgon, newly brought back from the injured box. As you just saw, sitting at level 44, he is an impish Pokemon, now holding the leftovers for HP recovery. He's got Rock Head ability, no recoil coming our way. Shadow Claw, Zen Headbutt, Bite, and Rock Smash. What really shocked me was that I think he was at full HP, or if not, really close, or maybe not. Anyway, the fact that a belly-drummed Hariyama survived 2 hits from half HP to survive on a sliver and hit back physically on Scales, take him out. Sometimes luck is like that in any random number-generated game, I guess. But anyway, Scales is back, and he's only 252 away from the next level. He would have been leveled up, too. Anyways, next up is Springer, our Greninja, level 46, of course our starter here in Kalos. He is a lonely Pokemon with the ability Torrent. The item is Splash Plate. I do want him to get the leftovers eventually. Maybe after we get Scales evolved up, perhaps. Anyways, holding Splash Plate, power up Surf and Water Shuriken with Cut and Substitute. We got Axel the Roserade up next, who just yesterday became my best buddy in Pokemon Go. Very cool. Level 46 with a Calm Nature. Poison Point is the ability with Black Sludge as the held item. We've got Venoshock, Giga Drain, Stun Spore, and Worry Seed. Next is our Unovan Sailor Musharna. Our Unovan Musharna Sailor. There we go. She is a relaxed Pokemon with the ability Forewarn, letting us know about all them self-destructs. She's got Psybeam, Nightmare, Yawn, and Moonlight. Next is Caliburn, our level 48 Blade. He is a brave Pokemon with no guard ability, holding Eviolite to max out that defense up to, what would that be? 323, I believe? Really? No, 223. I'm not doing math right. There we go. No, wait. 243. Am I doing math right now? I'm blaming the migraine. Shadow, Sneak, Iron Head, Night Slash, Swords Dance. Last but not least is our Psychic Destroyer here, Irwin, essentially, other than Slowking. He is our Crocodile from Unova as well, level 49. He is brave, he has Moxie, holding Dread Plate with Crunch, Dig, Low Sweep, and Aerial Ace. Now, of course, him being level 49, we might not see a lot of action from him for the next little bit, because I want to get the other team members sort of equally leveled up and such. But we'll still see him at some point, I'm sure. You know, you never know when you need a good crocodile in your back pocket, right? So, fortunately... Wait a minute. Let me check this map. I wonder if there's a quicker way to get back. I mean, I want to kind of go the way that I'm planning to. Yeah, I think that... Yeah, so... I don't think we can even go further than Anastar City just yet. There must be something blocking us. I'm assuming. I don't know for sure. But I did want to go this way here to Melancholy Path, because I've already cleared that out. I guess they probably didn't intend you to do all the exploration that I did. Although that's what I like about some aspects of, some Perkamon games. Perkamon. Sounds like a coffee kind of adventure, doesn't it? Get out of here. I was able to explore all of Melancholy Path, which cleared out trainers, all this stuff, found the items. But we didn't need to do it at the time. Now, we would probably need to backtrack here. I mean, at this point, shouldn't we have Fly? You'd think, eh? I mean, why not? Is it wise to lead an ice or a dragon type down this icy path? As long as we can get away safely, I'm going to say that's fine. It's not too much further to get through here regardless. What was I just saying? Yeah, so the fact you can explore a lot of areas. See, as time has gone on, Pokemon games have become a lot more linear. Like, it's basically point A, point B, point C, with not too much variety along the way. Too much, what would you call it? Swerving off the main path, sort of. But if you go back to Gen 1, essentially, as soon as you open up Saffron City, so when you make it to Celadon and get yourself the, well, originally fresh water in the first games, but it's tea, a key item in the remakes. As soon as you do open Saffron City, you have so many paths to check out. As soon as you get to Fuchsia City, you get to use Surf from Koga's badge. You can check out pretty much, I think, everything in the entire region. You get Strength in the Safari Zone. What badge lets you use Strength? I do not recall. It must be one of the early-ish ones, because I know you can use it in the Warden's house once you find the HM in the Safari Zone. But, so back there, a lot of chance to, search things out, explore to your heart's content. But in later games, they come up with, sometimes I would say, not flimsy excuses, but silly excuses, let's say, for why you can't proceed. Like, oh, there's a blackout down this way. You can't go that way. It's like, okay, people can travel through blackouts generally without a problem, can't they? I don't know. But, and isn't it like, okay, I can sort of understand in Gen 2, before you get your Pokeballs, I think it is, Professor Elm sends you up to see Mr. Pokemon, but on Route 2, I think it is, you get stopped by youngster Joey and a friend of his. They're doing a Pokemon battle, and it's just blocking the whole path. I mean, you'd think the cops would come break that up. Like, you know, kids, you guys are just messing up. You know, people need to get to their jobs and stuff. Get out of the way. Take your battle somewhere else. But, yeah, they don't do that. So that's kind of a silly reason to prevent you from going. But at least it doesn't sound like it's a permanent, serious issue problem, sort of. Am I making any kind of sense? I don't know. If not, again, I'm going to blame the blame. Yes, Fire-type gym leader of Gen 1. It's your fault. I'm going to blame you. All right, let's recollect ourselves. We are back in Lumio City. I know things can get pretty loopy in here. I believe, is this where I needs to go? I'm trying to think. Well, no, hang on. Is there a Pokemon Center down here? I need to find a Pokemon Center somewhere, and I think I found it. So this should take us to Magenta Plaza. Or this should be Magenta Plaza. What is this? This is Magenta Plaza. And what is over this way? We know the Lysandre Cafe. We see the Team Flare. What's up? This Flaming Red Cafe is perfect for hot young stars like us. We really bloom when we're having lively debates about how to make a better tomorrow. So bitter, so dark, that's doing it right. Espresso is the oil that keeps our gears running smoothly. Is that so? Okay, so there's not much in here though. Remember, it was just like just a basic little cafe. How is this like the headquarters? Wait. You notice the music has a more sinister tone to it right about now? Yeah. What's up with that? Today, our special is, get out of here or else. You're a Team Flare waiter. Wait, it actually says Team Flare Grunt with a Scrafty. So, I think we're in the right place. I think, when I first played through this, I seem to be doing okay-ish with Lumio City for the most part. Level 46. That's not great. It's really not great, because what would I switch into? Well, tell you what, Scales, I know you just came back to the team. Your defenses are good, I want to say, but you are lower level. I'm going to go to Axel. If they go for fighting, we resist it. If they go for dark, we don't resist that, but we could get Poison Point back on that. But yeah, Lumio City, I seem to be a little bit better at navigating. Like, I knew exactly where to go. I remembered when we last came here, there's a roller skater standing in front of the gym in the north to south arrangement, I guess you'd call it. So I was just trying to keep my eyes peeled for that. Alright, we're still faster after Scary Face. Did you go Payback? No, you're Scary Facing again. Now, I forget, is Payback a negative priority attack? Or is it just based off your standard speed? Okay, let's try. I think they're gonna go next. No, I'll go Giga Drain. I was gonna say should I bank on the Poison Point poisoning and getting more power for Venoshock? In case that doesn't happen, I think Giga Drain is the safer way to heal back HP from what we just lost. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! And the Black Slug. Look at that! All right, one more, and this is the only Pokemon they have, which is fair, I will say, because it is level 46. That means others Pokemon that we find in this cafe, ouch! There's the Poison Point. Should have more acceptable levels, I'll say. So get out of here, Scrafty. Thanks for a little bit of HP. Thanks for the critical hit, which did scare me a bit. When the faster the HP bar drains, the scarier it can be. Because you're like, it's going down pretty quick. So that's what should have happened before the last time we saw our shell gone. I need my stylish red Team Flare suit to unleash my full power. It ain't clothes that make the man. Alright, oh no, he'll find out the password to the hidden door in this cafe is open to same. You just said it. Of course I'm gonna find out. What do you have to say for yourself? Today's special is a scramble. If you don't get out of here now. You didn't let me! What's with this? I've said that before in games where you got like, you got characters who will say like in a cutscene, okay, we need you to go do this, go do it now. And then they have an extra line of text saying, why are you still standing around? Go do it. And it's like, you never gave me the chance to leave yet. You can't chew me out for something I didn't get a chance to yet do. Would you have a fairy type attack? I'm going to assume no. Let's Rock Smash. We've been taunted. We can do nothing but attack. Fortunately, that's all we have. Drop that defense. Come on, let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, don't even need to. Okay, as long as you don't one-hit KO us, which you're not going to do with a slash. It ain't no same type of attack bonus going on for you. Neither is Rock Smash, but somehow we just have the edge. Alright, Liepard is done for. I should probably go back to heal Axel. Was I actually a part of Team Flare, or was I just a waitress? You can be both. You know, this is the year 2021 or something. You can be everything you set out to be. At this rate, you'll figure out there's a hidden door to Lysandre Labs. Well, since we have the info we need, I'm going to leave. You know, I'm going to do a quick little heal. Not that I probably need to. I mean, Axel. I'd rather have Axel powered up. Because if we need to switch into a grass type and he's not healed up, then there's that whole, you know, do I heal now? Do I switch first and hope for a resisted hit? What do I do? That's what's fun with those set battle styles. I mentioned this, I think, last episode, but it just makes it more... what would you call it? Tense, I guess, in some situations where you don't have the option to, like, think out your strategies. Like, oh, there's a water type coming in. I should go to my grass type, but I don't have a choice to do it freely. I have to do it while possibly taking an attack back. So, the challenge is there, if you want to go for it. Okay, so where would the secret passage be? I'm going to assume this back here looks very conspicuous. This piece of furniture is giving off a mysterious vibe. The piece of furniture, stop it brain, giving off a mysterious vibe, is a hidden door. Chest with the password in front of the hidden door. Opens the same. Yes, sesame, I know. I like mispronouncing stuff. It's fun. It drives you folks crazy. Although I've never heard any feedback that you guys find it, you know, crazy. Okay. The big man himself. Welcome. This world will eventually reach the point of no return. Saving the lives of all is impossible. Only the chosen ones who will obtain a ticket to tomorrow. Do you want to have a ticket, or do you want to stop me? Show me in battle. I gotta fight you? Alright, I guess I will then. Wasn't actually prepared for a big boss fight, but let's do this. Me and Fu is the lead. Just a little me and Fu. So, you know what I think I'm going to try? Could this thing have any dark type attacks? Because I want to try something that should have been done a long time ago. Go to Caliburn. Do you know what I'm planning out right now? You might not. You'll see it after about 2 turns, as long as this thing doesn't hit me with anything. Oh, I'll tell you right now, he just stole my bit. That was going to be my routine. I was going to max out Swords Dance to take you out. You got, okay, Acrobatics. I ain't scared of that one bit. I am going to max out my Swords Dances. I'm trying to think, could this thing get any dark attacks against us? Not that I'm aware of, but they could surprise me. With another Swords Dance. Oh, you're maxing out. You're going to try to max yours out too? I'll tell you what, you can go for one more Swords Dance, my little friend. I have a secret in my back pocket, and it is not... What did I just say I'm putting in my back pocket earlier? Crocodile. Actually, technically, I do have a crocodile in my back pocket. But he doesn't want to see you. You're a fighting type. Okay, I'm at +6 attack. What move should I go for at this point, do you think? Let's see if we can outspeed with a Shadow Sneak. Can we take this one hit? Looks like we can. Okay, but I forget. Oh, I know one of his other types. Yep. Pyro. So that cannot be Shadow Snook. It is a normal type. It resists Iron Head. Night Slash is risky. I'm not going to do that. Okay, we're going to actually switch into... Let's get our water type on the field. All those Swords Dances. Gone. See, I could have maybe taken it out with the Night Slash, but I'm expecting Fire Fang or something coming our way. Fire Blast, actually. Can we handle that? We can. Not massively great. So, okay, I've been talking a lot about Water Shuriken. I will say for a fact that Surf is better in any situation that does not require speed priority. Because with Water Shuriken, each attack doing 15 damage, even if you luck out and manage to get the, what is it, like 16% chance of landing all 5, 5 times 15 is still only, what is that, 75, I believe. 90 is Surf. So clearly Surf is better regardless. Alright, now we got a bit of an issue. So let's go for a substitute. See what this thing's going to go for. What can it have? Outrage? Okay. Too bad we ain't got no fairy types on our side. That is going to break the sub, I'm assuming. Yes, indeedy. So, physical attack. Oh, you know who has some pretty good physical defense? Caliburn. Is it time? Time to go for the max swords dances? I can't waste that much time today. I already did so. Can't do it twice. Alright, how much do you hit us for? We've got our Eviolite. We've got our really good defenses. Look how little that does. I love it. It's going to be somewhat, let's call it bittersweet when... Wait, this thing can have crunch. Anyway, it's going to be somewhat bittersweet when we do eventually evolve up into Aegislash, because we won't have the Eviolite potential. But we do get the King Shield at that point, which is pretty good as well. Ooh, that does nothing. Let's hope for a critical. Let's hope for a confusion to hit itself. Hey. Thank you! I was going to say, notice how many times we've hit ourselves in confusion this entire playthrough. Do you think it's about time for the computer to do something as well? I think so. Breaking out of confusion, going for Earthquake. It's not Stab. We got really good defenses. I'm not too concerned. Since it was super effective, I had a bit of a concern. But, we managed to pull through that. Okay. Calm, collected heads see us through to victory. Level 49. There's one Pokemon left, though. What's it going to be? I believe you get... I want to test my memory. I think you get a flying type. Honchkrow. Honchkrow, correct? Show it. Murkrow. Even better for us. Later, of course, he will have Honchkrow. Okay, you can have Pursuit. So my first best... I mean, okay. You could have Pursuit. My defense is great. But since the HP is low, there's really no point to not heal for safety's sake. Let's get Caliburn back up. Now, who to take down a Murkrow, I wonder? Foul play. Okay. That goes based off of our attack stat. That hurts. So we want to switch into... Let's just go to Scales. Physical defense. I think that's our best bet. Again, no Eviolite here, but no super effective Dark type on us either. And what can we hit you with? We do have Rock Smash, but it does partly resist that. Hurt. Okay, Murkrow, you're actually, of all that team, you're being a bit of a problem here. Let's immediately go for another heal. You buy these things for a reason. So, Irwin might be our way to go. Or no, you know what? I'm actually going to do a switch right now. I have a plan. Let's go into our not physically offensive Axel the Roserade. Hope for the poison point. It can come into play. It did against that Scrafty. What do you got there, Murkrow? I know our defense is not great, but our attack shouldn't... Like, Foul Play is based off of the opposing attack stat, I believe. So, I'm going to do a little bit of heal spamming right now. Did you just hear that truck out there? I'm going to do a little bit of heal spamming. Hope we can land the... not land, but hope the Murkrow can get clipped by that poison point. Come on, Axel. Stick your thorns out there. Ooh, you got Aerial Ace. Why is this Murkrow a problem? Alright. How is this the threat of his team? We saw Gyarados, Pyroar. Okay, main Fu, forget that. What? Imagine when this thing is a Honchkrow. Yikes. Alright, not terrible. Would slowing you down even really matter? I mean, I'll do it. Because why not? For the rest of the team, it could help us out. Okay, one more takes you down, but I'm concerned about... Well, okay, Aerial Ace. Not that big of a problem. Okay. Has had to fight fire with fire, or in this case, dark with dark. If you fight dark with dark, like if you turn the light out in a dark room, does it then brighten up? The two negatives making a positive? Look, everyone had to get... Just about everyone fought in that fight. Excellent. I can feel the fire of your convictions burning deep within your heart. Yeah, you can! Thanks for the cash, buddy. Go get a haircut. Your convictions and those of your Pokémon please me. You are here to stop me, but I ask you to wait. No? I tried to save people and the world with the profit from this lab, but my efforts had no effect. The world was just too vast and too full of fools that I couldn't save through my hard work alone. That's why I decided the only way to save the world was to take it all for myself. Yeah, that's a justification. I don't expect that I will ever make you understand how I think and feel. Try to stop the ultimate weapon if you must, but to do so, you'll have to explore our lab and have Pokemon battles with all you meet. I've already done that for most of your crew, so sure. Oh, and as for the elevator key, one of the Team Flare scientists you've met on your journey has it. What if she already dropped it? What if it's like you hold it up and he's like, what? When did you get that? Saving everything. The world is suffering because of this absurd dream. See ya. Okay, so with that close to defeat at his hands on our side, we're gonna limp our way back to the old Pokemon Center, and as I do so, I'm gonna say thank you folks for watching today's episode of Pokemon X. If you enjoyed it, where am I? There we go. If you enjoyed it, of course, feel free to click that like button down below to show that you did enjoy it. And if you want to see some more content from Professor Chaz, well, first of all, check the description for a link to the playlist of Pokemon X if you want to see any episodes you've missed along the way. You can also subscribe to the channel if you're new here to get some more updates and new videos and such coming your way on a regular basis. And feel free to share this video, this playthrough, this whatever's on the channel. Share it across social media. Get more folks checking out some stuff we got here on the old Professor Chaz channel. And if you would like to sponsor the channel for a little bit of extra support, check out the join button down below. Give that a click and see what perks may be of interest to you for helping to sponsor my adventures through the world of Pokemon. Alright, that's it for today. So thank you folks again for watching. Professor Chaz is signing off, and I'll catch you next time.